What's up, everyone? Today I'm here with a new topic uh, that is pattern interrupt, or we can call it as a pattern break. So, this technique is one of the technique of neuro linguistic programming, that is NLP. So, NLP is having a variety of techniques. So, the pattern interrupt or pattern break is one of the technique. So the results you guys will get after using this technique are you will be able to tackle your problems, your mental problems like uh, negativity or depression, anxiety, the toxic thinking or the toxic memories you have in your mind. You'll be able to reduce the impact of those memories, or you'll be able to reduce the impact of those depression or anxiety. Like for example, from a scale of 1 to 10, you're now at 7. So 7 means you're quite depressed. You remember everything about your past, and then you're like sad again and again. So after using this technique, you'll shift from 7 to 5, that is less depressed, from 5 to 4 to 3, and like 0. If you do this in a proper way, so you can like shift from 7 or to like directly on 3 and then 0. So it's all up to you. If you use this technique in a proper way, you'll be able to shift yourself really fast, and you'll be able to tackle that problem really easily. So here's how it works. You guys have experienced that, for example, you're talking to your friend, and your friend like start talking about one of the person which you really like, or which you know very well. So when you start talking about that particular person, it puts a smile on your face. You're really happy to hear about that person, and you really enjoy talking about it. Or let's say if your friend like he starts talking about your boss, and immediately you have that sad face, and you start remembering those days when your boss had a really big huge pressure on you, and you really didn't had a really good day. So this is how the pattern goes in your mind. So now, for example, your boss or the person which puts a smile on your face, this is trigger. So we called it as a trigger. Okay, so the trigger, and this which puts a smile or sadness on your face, this is called as action, that is reaction. Okay, so this is trigger and this is reaction. Close your eyes and just think that you have a snake in front of you. You feel really scared about that a snake is sitting in front of you. So the snake is trigger, and you getting scared is a reaction. So this is how it works. Like for example, close your eyes and now think of a particular fruit, a fruit, your favorite fruit. Let's take a mango. So if you close your eyes, just visualize that you have a mango in your hand. You just put close to your nose, smell it, smell the fragrance. You feel good. Your mouth starts watering. So all emotions are actually lie. You don't have that mango in front of you, or you don't have that snake in front of you. But still you have that reaction in your mind. So the first and the most important thing is all emotions are a lie. So this is how it works. So for the negative thing, for the negative situations, or for the negative feelings, you have to break that pattern. So here I'll come again. Like if you are thinking about your boss, so this is trigger. Your boss is a trigger, and this reaction which you're getting, this is sadness. When this both meet, it creates a particular feeling inside you. It may be sadness, or it may be anything. Let's take another example. Like you are hearing a particular song, and you just go to your past memories. A song can affect in a different way. It can also bring a positive feeling for you, or it can bring a sad feeling for you, you know. So if you listen to a sad song, it can make you feel sad. If you listen to a good song which had created a really good memories in your mind, it can put a smile on your face. So for example, you're sitting on terrace at night, and you have plugged your headphone, and you're listening to a particular song. Immediately a song starts playing, so this is the trigger, and you start feeling something. So when this both comes together, there's a particular feeling or a particular reaction in your mind. The same thing works for a negative reaction too, or a negative feelings too. So if this is trigger, like for example, you had a very bad past or some bad situation, so this is the trigger, the situation is the trigger, and you getting reacted to it, so this is the reaction. So when this both comes together, it creates a particular feeling inside you, and then you may feel good, you may feel bad. So same thing which works for a positive feeling, it also works for a negative feeling too. So now how to break the pattern? So here's one trick. So as soon as we'll take an example like if you take a particular person with whom you had really bad memories. So this is the trigger. Say this person's name is XYZ. Okay. So this is XYZ. You remember of that particular person. Now this is going to transfer a particular reaction. This comes closer and you start feeling sad. So what we have to do is don't have to let this both meet each other. So if this is going to come close, we have to take this trigger and we have to move its direction to some other place. So if this don't meet, this both don't meet, there is no feeling inside you regarding that particular situation. So there are various techniques. Previously, I had created a short regarding the pattern interrupt, in which I had told you that if there is any particular thing, any particular trigger, negative trigger, which is disturbing you, what you can do is you can look up and you can start thinking about that particular situation. Let's say you had a negative situation in your past. You immediately start remembering that. Just look up and start thinking about that situation. You won't be able to think anymore about it because our eyes are in the upper direction, and when that happens, you're not able to think about anything. Like if you, from the scale of 1 to 10, you're at number 9, you are feeling really bad. So when you start looking up and thinking about the situation, it shifts to 9, 8, 7, 6. So it goes down. So you're not able to think about it properly. Your mind gets confused. You don't know that what's happening. Your mind don't know what's happening. In the same way, again we'll take a particular situation. You can roll your eyes up and down and then think about that particular situation. You won't be able to think about it. The third thing is, uh, if there is a negative trigger, you can start singing a song and you can start focusing on the lyrics or the spelling of that lyrics for like 1 or 2 minutes. Take a particular song and then start singing it. And while singing it in your mind, focus on the spelling of that lyrics. For example, if you say Dil Chahta Hai, so okay, yeah, you can start thinking about it. DIL, Dil, CHAHTA, yeah, Dil Chahta Hai, HAI, yeah. When you do that, this negative trigger, instead of coming closer, it's getting distracted towards some other thing, which is the spelling. This is one method. Have you heard someone like your grandmother or your brother or your friend who told you that if you're feeling angry, yeah, okay, start counting from 1 to 50, or count in a reverse way, like 50, 49, or count from 1 to 100. So they actually told you to interrupt the pattern. Whatever the pattern was, they actually told you to interrupt the pattern. So this is the way you can interrupt it, and you can just uh, make a good feeling after regarding it. The another thing is that once I had to face an interview, like a virtual interview, and I was a bit scared. Even though if you're having a particular knowledge about your work, but you're not able to face the interview because you're scared. You have that particular trauma or that feeling inside you. So what I did is, this was the trigger, negative trigger, that I am going to face an interview, and the reaction for that was fear. So this both were going to meet. So what I did is, I had a laptop in front of me. I started counting the number of keys, how much number of keys are there, and I literally counted it like for 20 to 30 seconds, and my fear was like decreased from 9 to like 6. I again started counting the same numbers from like downwards to the escape button, and okay, it was shifted to 4, though I had the interview like within 5 to 10 minutes. So I had this quick technique, I did that, and yeah, I was able to face the interview properly. I mean, instead of getting very scared and not able to answer the questions, even if I knew the answers, I practiced this technique, and yeah, I was comfortable. I was quite comfortable. Even the person who was in front of me, he told me that you have really good communication skills. I know I have a good communication skills, but sometimes when you have that feeling of fear, you're not able to explain yourself. You're not able to show your skills. So that's the reason you need to interrupt the pattern. When you interrupt it, you're able to feel that good feeling inside you. You're able to think properly. You become calm. So that's the reason you need to interrupt your pattern. There are various techniques which you can use. You can like literally use any technique you want. You can interrupt the pattern in any particular way you want it. So this is one of this is the two three techniques which I have explained. So if there is any technique which you think that you can interrupt your pattern and you can just decrease the fear or the impact of that negative feeling, you can share it with me. Thank you so much.